guys! So I'm back here today to talk about some more booktubey kind of stuff, I guess. I'm going to be doing my August wrap-up. And I also don't actually have the physical copies of most of the books with me because I got them from the library. And most of the library books I've returned, I have some with me right now because I've checked them out recently. But yeah, the first book I read in August was Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. And I did a review on this, so I'll link it below if you want to check it out. I loved this book. It was so good. It's basically about these two best friends who are like basically inseparable. One of them goes away and the other one has no idea where she went. The friend who left, however, leaves behind this list of items she wants the other friend to complete over the summer, and it's just kind of a really fun summer read. It's a good contemporary. It's not super pretentious like a lot of contemporaries can be. It's actually really relatable. The main character was so relatable. Anyway, I loved it. I definitely recommend you read it if you haven't yet. It's a great summer read. The second book I read in August was Wildwood by Colin Meloy, or Meloy. I don't really know how to pronounce his last name. It's a junior fiction book, so it's meant for the ages of like 9 to 12, same as Percy Jackson, but it doesn't really matter, right? Anyway, it's a fantasy book. It's about these kids who live in Portland, Oregon, and on the map there's this big splotch of green forest, and it's called the Impassable Wilderness, and no one's ever gone into it. One day, this girl, the main character, her brother gets abducted by crows. I know, it's weird. And then they take him into that wilderness, and so she decides to go after them with her friend Curtis. It's basically their adventures inside of this wood, and there's like a whole other world inside of the wood. I mean, it was a little slow at times, but overall I enjoyed it, and I'm currently reading the sequel, or the second book of the series, I guess. It's called It's called Underwildwood. So yeah, it's just basically the continuing adventures. So yeah, that's the thing. The third book I read in August is kind of less of a book and more of a graphic novel comic. It's a comic. It's the first issue of Miss Marvel called No Normal. I can't speak today, I'm sorry. It's only 9 in the morning, forgive me. As big as a fan I am of like superhero movies and like Marvel stuff, I don't really read superhero comics just because I don't really know where to start in the Marvel universe because there's so many different storylines. And yeah, I don't know where to start, and I don't even know if I'm really a big fan of comics. So, I don't know. People have been telling me that Miss Marvel's really good though. I've seen it recommended a lot online, so I decided I'd read it, and I loved it. So I want to go to the bookstore now and or comic store or something, and just buy the next couple issues, because I know there's like 2 more at least out, so I want to buy the rest of the series because I really liked it. Basically, if you don't know, it's this teenage girl, this Muslim girl, her name is Kamala, and she is a huge nerd. She's a big fan of like superhero stuff. And then one day she gets like these powers, and like Captain Marvel almost, and she doesn't know how to control them, or she learns how to control them but she doesn't know what to do with them, and it's really interesting just to see like a normal teenage girl who gets powers all of a sudden and how she deals with it. It's kind of hard for me to explain because I was a little confused at times as to what was going on, but I mean, it's not that confusing, I'm just kind of stupid. So yeah, anyway, I really love this. If you like comics and haven't read Miss Marvel yet, I definitely recommend it. It's so good. And the last book I read in summer was Paper Towns by John Green. I know guys, I know it's been forever since this book came out, and I've been meaning to read it. Ever since I read The Fault in Our Stars, I've been like, okay, I gotta read the rest of John Green's books, but I've just taken forever reading them. I don't know why. Like, I read Looking for Alaska at some point last year, and then I finally got to Paper Towns this year. Maybe it's because the movie came out, so I was like, okay, you've gotta read this now that the movie's out. You're so far behind everybody. And I love The Fault in Our Stars. Looking for Alaska was good. It wasn't like my favorite book I've ever read, but that's just my personal opinion. Obviously it's a really good book. But I think out of the 3 John Green books I've read so far, Paper Towns is my favorite. I don't even know why, it's just, I think I just like the really summery road trip kind of feel to it. I think I just like summery books, maybe that's why. I mean, I loved the road trip part of it when they all went down to find Margot. Like, I loved that. That was like my favorite part, and I loved the beginning with the prank thing with Margot, and yeah, I don't know, it just had a lot of elements to it that I liked, and obviously I love John Green, so yeah, anyway, if you haven't read Paper Towns yet, like me, and you're putting it off, read it because it's really good. Alright, so that's all the books I read in August. Comment down below and tell me what you read in August, or if you read any of the same things I have and what you thought of the books. Please give the video a like and subscribe to me to be notified when I make a new video, which probably won't be that often now that school's starting in a couple weeks. That's it. I will see you guys later. Bye!